everybody, welcome back to the House of Plum, episode number 12. This episode should be kind of interesting. Our topic is going to be gaming. Josh couldn't make it in today because he ended up getting a second job at the Century Center in South Bend, and I told him that was alright. He wanted to be a cook, and I think that's what he got the job in, so hopefully it'll work out, but I think he still plans on being part of the show, and we're hoping he's going to make it to the November taping. And we also may have a new female singer coming to the next show named Pear Anderson from Ohio. And her manager wants to introduce a single she's doing in the area. And both me and Josh liked what she had to play, and if all works out well, they'll be here. If not, we'll figure something out. But like I said, today's topic is going to be gaming, and I got my friend Martin Ameling here, and he's been on a few of our shows previously, and we also brought a checkerboard game in case we get bored and maybe we play a game of checkers. But anyway, Martin, you got anything you'd like to start out with gaming, or?
Well, let's see. The thing that's coming up this Friday is Third Coast Legends. It goes live for DM content.
Facebook? What you said was like a Facebook or something?
No, that's on Steam.
Oh, Steam.
That's a Steam game.
Is that the one you told me about?
Yeah.
Okay. That does sound kind of interesting. I think I might eventually maybe.
I hope you can. That way I can at least have somebody to play with online.
Yeah. I tried some online games before. I think the last one I did was Final Fantasy XI. But they want to require you to pay like
I don't think they
10, 15 bucks a month to play.
I don't think that's anymore. Some of those games have gone free to play.
Well, that's good. Maybe because nowadays online gaming is more of a common thing than it used to be.
Could be.
So.
But the one that I was playing for the longest time, World of Warcraft, is still pay to play.
Probably because they're making money on that, and they want.
Oh yeah, they're definitely making money on it, and it's like, but it's. I stopped having the money to play it, so I'm not even involved in that anymore. The thing I'm doing right now is I play a little Diablo 3.
I have Diablo 2, I think. I played that for a while. I should install that back on my computer again. I played it once, I got it, but I haven't played it in so long. But,
well, Diablo 3 is a lot more fun.
Yeah.
But unless you have people to play with, usually. I try to play by myself, but it's boring after a while.
Yeah.
Same goes for like StarCraft 2, which hopefully they'll be releasing the final expansion for that here soon. To actually play it the way I want to play it, and not the way the beta. I've got access to their beta, but it's like the beta only lets you do so much.
Yeah, a friend of mine likes that game at one of my old jobs. He always talked about it. He tried to get me involved, but I played the older version of StarCraft.
StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 1 were, strategic games.
Yeah.
If you didn't know the strategy, you would be, constantly getting killed.
Well, StarCraft, that's like a sci-fi type, isn't it? Or space?
That's a space-based.
Yeah. But
where the original Warcraft was fantasy-based, but the same concept.
Yeah. These games today I just haven't really gotten into. But I love going to arcades and playing arcades whenever I get a chance. There's a local establishment called Mega Play I love going to.
I've been there a few times.
Yeah, I just love going there to play games and kill time. It's just, I don't know. To me, I'd rather get out and do something like that than sit at home sometimes.
Well, I'm thinking that, as soon as the Third Coast Legends comes out, and it's finally released on the 29th for full version, they activate the whole thing, and it's like, it'll be fun to be able to play with other players online via that and be able to have fun with it.
Yeah, I remember when I tried out Final Fantasy, I had a weird character, and I think people online in the game were kind of making fun of me for it. But
What was your character?
I don't remember, but I think I might have made it female or something. I don't know.
Well, that's no big deal. I've made plenty of female characters just.
It might have been the name I had. I don't know. It's been 10 years since I played it last. I didn't play it for very long because it was just too expensive to play a month, and I just felt like it wasn't worth it. 'Cause I used to play a game before that. It was the Ultima series on the PC.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Ultimate Series is pretty good. They're now online, and I think they're free to play now, but it's hard to say.
Yeah. Well, they stopped with number 9, and that was the last one I played. And I like role playing, but
Well, they probably went beyond 9, because I think they went to from 9. I think they went to Ultimate Online,
well, I know, but I think the original,
which was originally was pay to play, and now I think it's pay to win.
yeah. Well, I think the original creator stopped it. So if they're making newer ones, it might be from somebody else, but based on the same.
Well, again, it depends. You'd have to look at the game itself and see who created it to know
That's true.
if they're because I know they went to an Ultimate Online at one point.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Well, they did.
one of the early MMOs.
That was the one that came out after Ultima 9.
Yeah.
But I didn't do the online thing. I just preferred to play my own. But
Yeah, and then it's like then they went to They say EverQuest was the first MMO, but it wasn't.
I have no idea what the first one would be. But
I can do research, but I'm not doing it today.
that's okay. Any other games? Or I know we talked about D&D a lot before.
Well, yeah, and my Dungeons and Dragons campaign is slowly getting there, but
We had a request from a recent fan of our show that's a Notre Dame student, and he mentioned we should actually play a D&D game on the show one time. But
the problem with that, with the current edition of D&D, you require a minimum of 4 players and 1 DM, and so
Yeah.
we can't really do D&D on the show until we have literally 5 people.
yeah,
I'm willing to DM, but I need with Frank, I need 3 other players.
yeah.
It would be fun to play D&D on do a D&D game on here, do a
A full hour D&D.
do a full hour D&D campaign kind of thing. Do similar to Acquisitions Incorporated, man, but we'd be more like Acquisitions Limited,
Could be.
or
Who
some
knows?
other goofy name for the group.
I just think maybe we should veer into other things besides just sitting here and talking. I don't know. Well, that's what talk shows do, but
Yeah,
but
but then again, we'd also do a proper talk show. We'd have to have guests.
that's
We have to have, we'd have to have more guests.
We've had guests. You weren't here during the first year much, but
Well, that's I didn't know about it.
well, I didn't know you were still in the area for one. I just ran into you at the beginning of the year, so.
Yeah, well,
So I had a friend last year who came on and was a comedian. He was pretty funny. Everybody liked him. But
who was that? Adam?
no, my friend Ben Hill that I worked with on one of my recent jobs.
Or some relative of Benny Hill?
Nope. No, he actually moved to Lafayette. Now he don't even live in the area anymore. But everybody liked him. He came up with some pretty interesting topics, and that was like episode 3, I believe.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that.
Yeah, and
But we'll see what happens.
mainly our other guests were just the bands and everything that we had before, and then I had another friend from work came on. I thought she was going to be a regular, but she ended up getting another job and
Yeah.
jobs. Jobs are cool, but what about that Facebook game you were
Oh yeah.
playing recently?
Family Guy: The Quest for Stuff. That is, to say, one of the worst designed games I've ever played. The items drop rates are heinous.
See, that's why I don't get into Facebook games a whole lot, 'cause I think a lot of them are like that.
Because, the standard, rarity system goes common, uncommon, rare. Sometimes it goes into very rare. This one goes all the way into like something called epic. And epic drops like maybe once a week, if you're lucky.
Well, what's the objective of the game?
There is no objective. It just, collect stuff. And, fish out, be able to unlock, Family Guy characters. And I'm working on 3 different guys right now. I'm working on Peter Schmidt, working on Stewie, and there's this character that's called a greased up deaf guy.
Jeez.
And then I'm also working on unlocking two costumes. Peanut Butter and Jelly Brian. He's in the costume is the character Brian Griffin in a banana. And there's Falconer Peter, all of which require tons of stuff and hours of just either that you spend X number of clams on. It's like that's costs money.
Yeah.
Which I don't have.
Yeah, that's why I don't play those Facebook games. So not that they may not be fun. I played a few, but
I generally try to play them without spending money on them, but sometimes I do.
I don't have the
depends on what I'm trying to get out of it,
Yeah. I used to go to this one website called, I think it's called classicarcadegaming.com or something like that. They would have all these old 8-bit games that were played on Nintendo and Atari on there, and it's a free site and everything, and a lot of the games on there were fun. Didn't cost anything, and
yeah, unfortunately you had to have the emulator to go with it.
No emulator. You just go to the website and they're Flash games.
Oh,
yeah,
that'd be cool. I might have to go check those out.
I think that's the name of the website, but they had tons of old 8-bit games on there. And
well, a lot of the games have gone from the standard emulator sites, and some of them go to. There's a site I've gone to recently, within the last year or so, called Classic Trash.
I've never heard of that one.
It's a site for old games that they just dump them there because after a certain point they actually become trash.
There was another one that was sort of like that, but I forget the name of it.
Yeah.
It was a paid site. I think you had to pay, and they used to have a lot of classic games on there. But I don't know. Yeah, episode 3 was about gaming too, but we talked about more consoles, I think, than...
Yeah, the console systems are quite, seriously heinous, because depending on which game you're trying to get on the console system, for instance, Diablo 3, that's, like a $60 game for if you try to get it on an Xbox One.
Yeah.
The Xbox One, last I looked at GameStop over in the mall. I did that Saturday, and their Xbox Ones were like $310.
Yeah.
For just the box.
Yeah. Well, shoot. Back in the day, even Ataris used to be expensive when they first came out. I remember.
Well, unfortunately, the Xbox, the PlayStations, they stay expensive until the next model year. And then they start going down to about $100, and then you can start thinking about it. But it's like,
I don't think they really get more expensive as newer systems come out. Some games might, but I think that's just common because games have always been about $50, $60 as long as I can remember, no matter what system.
Brand new games are about $60.
Yeah.
Which is why if you were to get a hold of Sword Coast Legends right now, during the pre-order, you could probably get just the basic game. I think it was for $40.
$40.
I think. I'm not sure.
I don't think
the version I got it cost. I got the next grade up was like $60, but that comes with a lot of stuff.
I don't think $60 is really all that bad of a price for a game either. Depending
Depending
the
on
quality of it.
Yeah, it's like depends on how new it is and how well it works.
I mean, if you buy $60 and all you do, I mean, one of my favorite classic games was Pac-Man, but if you spend $60 just for a game where you run around and eat dots, it's like, did I really spend that much money on this game?
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, shoot, even this prop here, this checkerboard, I only paid $1 for this.
Yeah, it's like, you know,
Are we gonna play?
I don't know. It's up to you.
I guess we can start playing a little bit. So this is a cheap checkerboard I bought, and I guess we're gonna try and play a game here. So audience, enjoy, and we'll see who wins. And I'm black, and Martin's red. And it looks like he got me already. All right, where should I move next? There we go. I don't know, this is a chessboard game too, is it?
It could be. It's a chessboard.
Man, you're gonna get me again.
Maybe.
Crap. I don't know what else to do. He's winning by 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
He beats me at all the other games too, unfortunately. That's okay. 3-1. I still might win here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll do a rematch.
Maybe.
Damn. Excuse my language. I need to pay more attention. It's like everywhere I go, you're gonna jump me. Okay.
Well, I could jump you, but
Did you just get 2?
no, I grabbed one.
Oh. This is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see where to move to next. Everywhere I go, you're gonna jump me. 4-2. Ha! Can't get me there.
Neither can you.
Oh, this is tough. Everywhere I go, you have a chance of jumping me.
King me.
Oh, whatever. I lost one. He's got a king already. And he's gonna get all my guys. I'm gonna lose dramatically. I'm gonna lose on my own show here. You're not coming here anymore, sir.
Really?
Really. Where to go? Crap. Could have jumped me.
No, I couldn't.
You could have.
Not worried about it. And you can't jump me.
I can't go anywhere. You're gonna set me no matter where I go. Oh well, I guess he has this game won. I have nowhere to move. What do we do here?
I don't know. You're blocked in.
All right.
But it's your turn. You can only move one direction, so.
Should we call it a game then, or what?
Well, it looks like I won.
I guess Martin won because we ran out of moves. But that's checkers for you. Shall we play again or talk about more stuff?
Talk about more stuff.
Talk about more stuff. All right, we might play again later. But that's how you play checkers. And I lost dramatically here. I don't think that was it's a great idea to do, but it was still fun, folks. All right. So, what other gaming do you want to talk about now, or any other topics or anything, or
I'm trying to think.
stuff we've done previously on the show since you've been here?
Well, I really liked having those paranormal guys on here.
You mean girls?
Paranormal people.
Oh yeah, we could have gone hours with that. But even with gaming, they probably could have talked about stuff too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know where Josh meets all these people to get on the show though. But he's gotten some interesting people to come on. Last year, he was going to get some people from a local radio show, but she tried contacting us, and it just never worked out. I don't know if it was because of scheduling or what, but or people just get camera shy and don't want to be on. But I used to be camera shy. I never used to like getting my picture taken, but
we grow with age.
yeah.
It's more like we mellow with age.
Speaking of age, I just had my birthday recently, and I'm the big 4-0 now, so it's like, ew. I don't feel it. Maybe a little bit. I'm getting a little aches and pains, but
yeah.
But overall, I'm pretty healthy, I think. But so seriously, like what other? You do any other kind of gaming or?
Let's see, I have X number of games sitting on the shelf at home. I've got StarCraft, or not StarCraft, but Star Frontiers, which is a really old game. I've got the World of Warcraft RPG, the actual board, tabletop role-playing version of it.
You have a lot of old board games too.
Yeah,
related to Monopoly that we play a lot.
Oh yeah, we played Monopoly. There's Zombieopoly. There's
Going for Broke.
Go for Broke. Mad Magazine card game. Mad Magazine board game.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to have a lot of board games when I was a kid too, but we got rid of a lot of them. Speaking of gaming, like we had a lot of them based off of video games. Like I had a Pac-Man board game, a Donkey Kong board game. I think those were only two that we had.
We even have a good collection of, what is it? Try to think of the name of the game.
Not live or anything, or
no, we've got that, but it's like somewhere at the house.
yeah.
But it's Clue.
Yeah.
We've got
I saw that
a huge collection of Clue games.
Yeah. I never
We've
got
got the original. I think we even gone so far as to recently acquiring the. I'm trying to remember the show now. Big Bang Theory Clue game. That one's completely wrong.
Why?
Because they changed the rules.
Oh.
When they did the Big Bang, they changed the rules for it.
Well, they probably wanted to make it related to the TV show somehow, so
they wanted to make it more related to the TV show, which I don't think they did. I think they just made it a little more complicated.
Oh, really? I never played the game, so I have no idea. But
I have. I played it once or twice with my sister.
yeah, but
I have to remember other people in the house.
I used to collect old video games, like with different systems I had. One of my favorite ones was a Sega Genesis. Had a lot of good games.
We used to have a Sega Genesis, and the one game that I really liked was I think it was Buck Rogers.
I don't think I ever had that one.
I think my brother did, but I don't know if he still has it or not.
But I was collecting a lot of Madden games for it, and
well, I never got into the sports games because I wasn't really a sports guy.
well, me, Blanco, and Adam liked playing them, and they used to come over a lot, and we used to always play them. And there was this one called Madden 2001. We used to always make fun of it because Madden always used to say, stick them to your hands or something like that. And we used to thought that was the funniest comment on the game. And that'd be better. Well, actually, I think that might have been on the Nintendo 64 I have, not the Genesis. But
yeah.
But yeah, I used to collect, before I started getting some bills, I used to collect a bunch of old video games. And
Oh, I did too for a while, and it's like, unfortunately, after a while, you got to get rid of them because you just can't do anything with them beyond a certain point because nobody
well, that's
really
why
plays
I don't
them
have a
anymore.
whole lot. I just have a handful.
I still have a few PlayStation games, but I sold off most of my Super NES and NES games because, it's like the NES games, they were just, after a while, it just got boring.
See,
Because you can't really, they took, as games have evolved, they've added things. For instance, like in the NES, they didn't have, you couldn't save unless you died.
yeah. See,
And then in other games, you can just save your progress as you go along.
for us, after the Atari when I was young, we went straight from that to computers. So I never really had too many video game systems after that. And I went to straight computer gaming after that.
And that's going the way of the dinosaur.
Yeah.
Everything's going
Oregon Trail.
It's switching gears now. Instead of being computers now, everything's going to the console. And believe it or not, the console version of Diablo 3 actually has cheat codes.
Really?
But it's like, and these guys that are playing via the console can do so many more things than the people that are on the computer now.
I've considered. I might consider getting that game too eventually.
Oh, Diablo 3?
Yeah.
It's probably gone down in price a bit too.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't bother me a whole lot. It's just. I had two. I don't know if I really ever played that one a whole lot, to be honest. I bought it, but I don't think I really ever.
What's that?
Diablo 2.
Well, you have to, with Diablo, you need to be able to have people that play it online with you because it's more fun.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I never got into it much. Maybe I don't know if it would work on my newer computer or not.
What, Diablo 2?
Yeah, I bought the computer about 3 years ago.
It may or may not, because, depending on your system, it's like, all you can do is, check the specs for the game and find out.
Yeah.
And of course, to really play Diablo 2, you have to have both Diablo 2 and its expansion, which is like...
Yeah. Yeah, I bought it because I thought it'd be interesting to play.
Mm-hmm.
But then I do that a lot. It's like I buy things or get things at the library and I don't ever follow up on anything. I don't know, I guess I just get bored and think I'm going to do stuff and I never do. So, but anyway, got about a half hour left in the show, so
if we don't kill it here.
No, I don't think we will. But I'm really hoping Per Anderson and her manager, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but I really hope they can make it this November show and She has a Facebook page if you guys want to check it out. It's spelled capital P, capital A, apostrophe R, and Anderson. But the first name is pronounced Pears. That's what her manager told me. And both Josh and I thought she sounded pretty good, so I'm hoping she's going to make it, because it's been like a good year since we had any live music on the show. And we almost had a band on it today, and I don't know, the type of music just didn't seem like it was going to fit for the show. And I have nothing against gospel music, but that's what was going to be played. It's just
Yeah,
with the gaming topic.
but then again, gospel music, you get into the realm of religion, and religion has a tendency not to like gaming.
Yeah.
So we're glad not to have the
I have
music.
nothing against her. I mean, I'm religious, but it's just, I don't know. I thought I just had to draw the line. But
You got to draw the line somewhere. And if you don't draw the line, you just got.
Yeah. But I do miss having a live music on the show. I thought that was kind of fun, and I'm hoping we'll have somebody next month or in November, if we are still doing the show by then.
I'm hoping we are.
But yeah, I guess it depends. But
It depends on whether we can get enough people.
no, I think we do. Yeah. I'm glad you came, because otherwise I probably would have done this show myself today, and I think I could do it.
And play checkers,
Yeah, right.
against yourself.
Well, hey, we can go for another round if you want. And it looks like we are. Round number 2 with checkers. Hopefully I'll win this time.
Depends.
I gotta try and block you, I think. All right. Aha. You're not getting me this time, are you, sir?
You're not getting me either.
As long as you don't win this time, then I'm good. Crap, you're doing it to me again.
I'm not doing anything to you, son. I'm just playing.
I know, but it's like,
I'm playing logically here.
aha. You messed up on that one. It came. What do I do? Do it this way?
No.
Oh well. Okay. People are probably going to be like, oh, this is going to be boring.
It could be.
I wonder what the camera people are thinking right now.
Hard to say.
Is this going to be another cat's eye game?
Well, I'm thinking it's going to be a draw.
I'll let you jump me one here.
I can't.
Yeah, you can.
Huh.
I don't know where else to move, so.
Your team.
That goes back to me anyway.
Mm-hmm. Move backwards, so I gotta move there.
I thought you would jump me.
I can't. I
Yes,
can't move backwards.
You can go that way. But it's too late now.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, I could have jumped you there. Dang it. You know, I don't want to get jumped. It's like I don't want to end up being a draw again. Let's see, where should I go? Screw it.
Maintaining 3-1 here.
I'm leaving my king behind at the moment.
King me.
Oh, man. Alright, well, we're 1-1 with kings. Alright, what's the next move here?
I think I'm winning because I got 3 of you to your
Oh, that's true.
2 of me.
I want to go for another king if I can. King me. 2 kings, yay. Your turn. Oh, you got me blocked almost.
Mm-hmm. You can't go backwards.
But I can go there.
King me. Tied up with kings.
That's okay. Ha.
I think I'm still winning.
That's okay. At least I'm clearing the board somewhat. He managed to do this with me with the other games too somehow. King me. Alright. Uh-oh. Hey, you can't go 2 spaces.
Was here.
Yeah, trying to cheat again, huh?
Nope.
Maybe I'll do that and jump over that guy. Crud.
King me. Yeah.
Yeah. Who cares? With king, can you go backwards and forwards, or is it just forwards?
We can move to here,
I think I can go that way too, can
probably.
I? So there, you lost the king. I thought maybe you saw that and you were gonna do that. Oh, those are yours.
King me.
Oh, you got him back. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. I wanna move this guy over. playing me. This is great. Playing checkers on television. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
I can move him finally.
Mm-hmm. Move him. Kick me.
Interesting game.
Maybe. You're there, so.
Yep. I'll come and do something silly. That's all right, I can't go backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Oh, I can't. I'm not.
You can't go backwards with that one. That's not a king.
I can go that way.
Not with him. You're going this way.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Came my last guy. A lone survivor. This could take up the rest of the half hour, sir.
Good.
Fun way to close out the show.
Mm-hmm.
You thought you could jump me. Play with a little defensive strategy here.
Mm-hmm.
For those we are watching, we're almost tied here. If you want to know. Martin has 5 pieces left and I have 4, so he's kind of winning again.
Mm-hmm.
Gee willikers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can move him here. I don't know what good it would do, but you can't jump me. But I could get rid of one of your kings. We are now tied. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. You saw it.
Yep.
Oh, man, that was a bad move. I just got double jumped. I was like, oh.
I almost didn't see it.
Oh, come on, just end the game.
You in the game.
I'm gonna change the rules so we can jump over 2 people. But if you do that, I win. You win.
Of course I would.
Oh crap! Dude. Well, Martin wins at game number 2. But anyway, that was a fun game of checkers, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So what do you want to do now? Talk about something else? Play another round for the last 10 minutes?
I don't think we have time for another round.
Well, then it's your call because I'm first out of ideas. We got like 10 minutes left, so.
Trying to get these stacked up here so that they're out of the way.
There we go. But I think that was a couple of fun game of checkers, but that's usually how our gaming goes. I always seem to lose somehow. But I'm alright with that. It's just
Yeah,
for fun.
you always seem to make that one tactical blunder, and I seem to monopolize on it.
You almost missed that last.
I
Double jump there. You were gonna-
I almost missed it.
I was like, please let him miss it.
Then I looked
But
at
you
it,
saw
but
it.
I'm looking at the board. It's like, oh wait a minute, boom, boom, boom.
Exactly. And that's how you managed to get me there, sucker. No. But, but I wanted to play one of your games that you had, but I can
Yeah.
understand not wanting to bring it here because it's an older game and it's hard to come by.
Yeah, you can't get them easily without going online and spending a couple grand and just to get it.
Yeah. But it's a Mad Max or
Yeah,
Mad
it's
Magazine
Mad Magazine card game.
card game, and it's played like Uno, but it's a lot more fun because
There's different cards that do different things.
yeah, a lot more wild cards, and you can trick the players and everything, and winning, and it's a lot more exciting because you. Okay.
If you know
thank
the cards,
Yeah.
if you know the cards, you can do just about anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if you don't know the cards, you're gonna get hosed.
Pretty much. But
So
well,
we're down to 10 minutes, huh?
yeah. I don't know. You want to try for one more round or just?
Yeah, might as well.
All right. Well, for our last 10 minutes, we're gonna play one more round, third round, but checkers for the show. And we just hope you enjoy watching it, and hopefully we can close it out before the end of the show. But if not, be sure and stay tuned for our November show.
Hopefully
If
we'll,
it
hopefully we'll
happens.
have the
Yeah, we can have the singer come on board. If not, we'll try and get another musician, because just having a musician is fun. But if not, we'll try to make the next show as entertaining as possible. But here's our third round of checkers, and I hope you enjoyed watching the show. If I don't get to close out later, and enjoy the game. Oh, good call. You could have had me there, but I could have got right back at you.
Move that one.
Oh. You could have had me, but you missed it. Again. Ha. But you got me anyway.
And I'm safe because you're blocking yourself.
Oh well.
King me.
I can't. So it's going to be an invisible king. Or if you want to use your own guy.
That's your turn, right?
Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't care.
You're there. You can't.
Oh, I'm going backwards.
You can't go backwards.
I forgot.
You have to go forward.
Yeah, if you want, you can double that one up.
No. Wait till you actually start taking my pieces here.
If that happens.
If it happens.
Why does it always end up like this? Aha. King me.
King both of mine. It's your move.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out what to do here. Oh, you saw it. Alright. Oh, he's noticing things.
I'm not gonna do that. Move that. And I'm not doing that either.
Well, you already did.
I moved it there, but I'm not doing what I was going to do. It's like I was going to go bloop.
Oh.
But I noticed where you're positioning there. Your turn. Your turn.
Trying to make this quick going as possible.
King me.
Well, we have less than 5 minutes left. Do you want to keep going or close the show out?
Close the show out.
Close the show out. Well, we weren't able to finish this game, but I have a feeling Martin was going to win anyway. But we want to thank you all for watching episode 12 of the House of Plum. And like I said before, hoping we'll have some live entertainment on the next show. But if not, we'll try and make it entertaining as possible. Thank you. Have a great day. Thanks again.